Hello, Leo. Your toxic love reading this week begins with vengeful, secretive, wow, one sided, unavailable, and non action. Wow, one sided, non action, unavailable, secretive. All right, let's get right into your reading. We are going to pull your center card and your person's card. So we've got Nine of Cups covered with the Page of Wands. For you, Leo, Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, Five of Cups, your person. King of Cups, Three of Wands, King of Swords. All right, at the bottom of this deck, we have an Eight of Swords, so really toxic communication, a feeling of helplessness. The Eight of Swords is like, it's a really toxic energy. It's because it's a victim energy, okay? It's putting yourself in a position of, you know, being a victim because, you feel as though you can't control your actions, you're not in charge of yourself, right? And but you blame everybody else for that, right? It's everybody else's fault that you're not in control. So it's a very toxic kind of narcissistic energy. Let's get right into it, Leo. So your main theme here in this toxic love connection is Nine of Cups and over covered by Page of Wands. So you really, really desire a connection here with this person, and like you're willing to go after it, right? Page of Wands energy is there. You're happy with this person and you want it. And it's like, that Page of Wands energy, that fiery energy of wanting to go after it, not being dissuaded. But I look ahead, the toxicity here, it's one-sided, it's non-action, it's unavailable. I feel like, let's get to your clarifying deck. It feels to me like your actions aren't working. Okay, whatever it is you're desiring is not working for you. Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Five of Cups for you, right? So, yeah, I think you may be doing one of these numbers, Leo, and you're good for this. You might be going around with friends, trying to figure out what's going on with this person, with your friends. You might have your friends checking up on them, but you're acting very brashly. And I think this is because you're not getting any energy back. Somebody is unavailable to you and it's driving you crazy. So you're running around, you're doing a lot here. You're trying to figure out what's going on with them. They may have ghosted you, right? Because you ultimately are quite unhappy here. You end up with sort of really brokenhearted. I think somebody steps off from you, they ghost you, they really, really take their energy away from you in a very sudden way. And it kind of puts you in a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit of a panic. All right, let's move this up because we're going to get some clarifiers here. And because your person resonates with a lot of strong energy, they have two kings over here. So they're not concerned. Let's get some clarity here. Three of Cups. All right, yeah, Ace of Wands and the Stars. Something new has come in. Some kind of, I want to say something has come in to really disrupt this dream or this connection that you have with this person. And okay, so you need more information. So something has come in definitely to disrupt it, but you don't know what that is. And you're trying to figure out what that is, right? I think ultimately you find out that this person is doing very well on their own and they just don't want anything to do with you. Sorry. Because listen, the toxic love readings are tough. I probably should say that at the beginning of the reading. They're tough, because we're looking specifically at a toxic connection here. And something has happened here, where this bliss, this opportunity for this love and this joy here that you truly desire just went away. Let's get clarity for your person. Strength card. Now, this is your card. Strength is the card for Leo and Tarot, so that's interesting coming in. They're showing a lot of strength. They're showing a lot of strength. They're showing a lot of resilience. They're making really intentional decisions for themselves. Wow, justice. Damn, karma. Listen, you may have brought this in on yourself, okay? Two more. And they also have a Five of Cups and a Nine of Wands. Listen, let me pull these here and show you guys. Look, Leo, it feels to me like karma is coming in for you in a way. Your person has decided to move on and take a new opportunity in their life and make a new path. And they're just unavailable to you. Whatever happened in this connection, you know, whatever happened for them to, they're the ones who are leaving and cutting ties. You're the one who is desperate to sort of get back to them, right? So what did you do? I mean, people don't leave healthy relationships, right? People don't leave relationships that make them happy. So clearly, this person was unhappy, and ultimately, you're going to have to look in within and see what happened here, because they absolutely step off with a new opportunity, and justice comes in. It's like balance comes in again. This relationship was very much out of balance. You may have had the upper hand for a long time. You know what I'm saying, Leo? It may be you. You may have had the upper hand and you may have been in a relationship. And I feel like some of the toxicity here is this, right? This person clearly has resonated up. As far as you're concerned, before I go further, let me just speak on this here. As far as you're concerned and how they feel about this connection, they're open to more information, right? They're open to new information, meaning if you get your act together and you actually come after them in a way that fits in with who they are now, they will entertain that. They have Three of Wands energy here. They will entertain you communicating to them. But if it's not if it's not up to scratch for this king energy that they're presenting with, because the King of Swords is no nonsense. He's got very strict ideas about what he's going to tolerate, especially when it comes to communication. He's not going to tolerate any falsehoods. He's not going to tolerate any lies. He's not going to tolerate any, of his boundaries being overstepped, right? And he's just not going to entertain anybody in his court who doesn't fit in with his, with these kind of like requirements, right? King of Cups is very strongly in command of their emotions and their feelings. So let me get now to the point I was going to make earlier. Leo, if this relationship was a lot of power dynamic, emotionally working with their heart, playing on their heart, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Leos. Okay, I have a moon in Leo, so disclaimer, I understand. But you know how you do. And if that was what was here, if they were perhaps at a point in their lives where they weren't so emotionally strong, maybe they weren't doing so well physically, maybe they weren't making as much money, or they just weren't thriving, and so they were vulnerable on multiple levels, you may have taken advantage of that, right? You may have taken a little bit advantage of that, because what they're resonating with now is such strength here. They've leveled up with such strength and authority. And it makes me feel like in this connection with you, at some point, they had lost that authority and they had lost that control. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones stepping off. They're showing strong energy. They're resonating with Leo. Some of you Leos may be dealing with another Leo. And ultimately, also, they are heartbroken too. This is not easy for them, but they chose themselves. And so I feel like this is like the consequences of a long period of toxic behavior in this relationship. Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, they still find themselves struggling a little bit to come out of this, to heal from this relationship. They don't necessarily move on with anyone else, right? But they move on with themselves. And listen, over here with you, Leo, like I said, you know something is going on. You know that I feel like, listen, when I say something is going on, my point is that it feels to me like some of you were just ghosted, or they broke off the relationship in such an abrupt way. They broke off this connection, this toxic connection. You guys may have been on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, but now all of a sudden it's off, and you know in your heart that it's off. It's not ever going to be on again. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It definitely feels like you may have indeed had a lot of back and forth periods here, but what's sending you in a panic, I feel like, and there's a real panicked energy here. One-sided. There's a real panicked energy here. What's sending you into this panic is this gut feeling that you have that this is over. Let me pull you. These are animal spirits, lamb and phoenix. Well, lamb is earth energy. Something new has been born. Something new has been created, and it needs protecting. And this is I think, the energy animal spirit that your person is embodying, because they've come into a new skin, as it were, a new life. They've changed. Like, they've resonated up here in such a way, showing strength. You see that here. You see that because you're heartbroken over it, right? You're heartbroken over, because you see them doing well on their own, very, very capable. You know what I mean? So they're doing, like, if they weren't doing well before, they're doing great now. So they're very much protecting this new creative side of themselves, this new creation of themselves. And we have Phoenix as well. So recreating yourself, I mean, death and rebirth here. So you're dealing with a whole different person, Leo. They're not the person they were. They're not the person they were just before. And when I say just before, you know what I mean. Just before, all of a sudden, this feeling you have that's making you panic. Just before something occurred, they did something to let you know that you guys are finally and ultimately done. So this is your toxic love reading for the week, Leo. If it resonated, sound off in the comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff really helps my page. I do appreciate it. Listen, to wrap up, this is a reading for Leo that it feels like this is a toxic connection where you've been kind of, it doesn't talk so much about the specific toxicity within the relationship, but whatever happened here was enough to send your person away, to be done. It was enough to make your person really begin to make decisions for themselves and put themselves first. It was enough to bring in karma and justice. So definitely something needed to be balanced here. For you, yeah, there's a heartbreak. They're heartbroken too, and they're still kind of healing from all of this, but they're resonating on a level that they're just not going to tolerate anything of what they tolerated before. They will listen. They're open to information coming in from you. But if it's not if it's not on the level, if it's not up to scratch for what they desire now in their lives, the same old tactics, the same old sort of MO is not going to work here. All right, guys, thank you so much. Leo Cross Watchers, thank you for joining me this week. I do hope to see you guys next week here on my channel at Bow and Arrow Tarot for the Toxic Love Reading. Bye-bye now.